Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Come on in. Who's in the house today? It is 1 o'clock Eastern. You know what that means? It's showtime, folks. It is showtime. I'm in the house. Are you? We got a lot going on, and I don't want you to miss a single solitary thing. Hi, Catherine. Come on down. So good to see you. Love watching you all come in. Thank you for being here, and thank you for trusting me to tell you something that maybe you haven't heard before. There's my girl, Mimi. And you know what else? You spend time with me. What does that say? That says that we are a family, and I appreciate you being a part of that. Deborah, Noreen, hello. Come on in. Good to see you. You know, we have a lot going on, and like I say, there's always something happening here at Saving Dinner. We are, and this show, by the way, is called The Daily Dish Show because we're bringing vibrancy right back into your life, heart, mind, body, and soul. There's my girl, Beverly. I see Jerry. Thank you for showing up, because when you show up, that lights me up. You know, I want that. I want that for all of us. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. So today we're going to go talking about some of the stuff that we really need to talk about. Right, Jennifer and Joanne? There's my girl, Joanne. Good to see you. You know, Joanne is our sparkle star in the Hot Melt Sprint. Have you seen her? Always shows up. And that's what I want for everyone. I want you to always show up, because when you show up and you get dedicated, you get consistent and committed, guess what happens? Your life begins to turn around. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about what we talked about yesterday. Yesterday we talked about becoming the creator of our own lives and recognizing that is indeed our role, it's our purpose. But we're going to take it a step further and create a framework for it. And I can't wait to share this with you, because this lit me up as I was writing about it, because this is the stuff that makes a difference. This is the stuff that we take notes for. This is the stuff that we implement on the daily, just like that. So, are you ready to get going? I know I am. But first I want to tell you, we have our Crave Crusher. This is the supplement of the week. And you've heard me say on repeat, I would not be without this. Crave Crusher saves my bacon time after time after time, because it makes me forget about bacon, you know? I'll tell you, and full, you know, Monty right here, full exposure, full tell. I am a food addict. I am a carb addict. I have struggled with sugar. I've struggled with food. I've struggled with the amount that I eat. And I'm a foodie. I love it. I love all of the things. So I need to be brought down a notch. And I know so many people like me who are in the same place. That's exactly what Crave Crusher does. You take 4 of these in the morning and it brings you down a notch. You don't think and obsess about food. And I don't know about you, but I've got other things in my mind that I want to be thinking about besides my next meal, for heaven's sakes. You can find all of our supplements of the week, and this is going on until next Monday. So you've got time, but don't put it off, because when it's gone, it's gone. Go to savingdinner.com/show for all the details, because you will get, the price is basically you're buying one for free. You get 4, and you buy 3, get 1 free. We already price it out for you, so you don't have to do the math or worry about it. Plus, you'll get the free shipping with those 4. How do you like that? Supplement of the week is always at savingdinner.com/show to go get the bargain. I mean, it really is a huge bargain. This Thursday, which is coming up, we are doing a whole webinar, a brand new, I'm going to call it a workshop, because it really is. I'm going to give you a bunch of actionable stuff that you can do in order to make your skin glowy and lovely. You know, we all want beautiful skin, and at any age, we want beautiful skin. if you're like me in your 60s, you're not going to get skin like a 30-year-old anymore. Sorry, but don't you want to have the very best skin that you can have for where you are? You know, I am so over anti-aging. Anti-aging to me is offensive. I don't want anti-aging. I want pro-aging. I want to uphold. I want to be proudly walking into my life with my age and wearing it well. That's it. End of story. So be there. Go to savingdinner.com/skin to get your sign up. Now, remember something. One of the things that we always do is we always send you information about this, and we'll always send you the replay, okay? If you can't make it, no big deal. But you do need to go grab a seat. savingdinner.com/skin, and we will give you a seat. And also, we're going to give you all kinds of stuff. And let me just say this. Our girl, Jenny, is in charge of all this. She makes the wheels on the bus go. She always has free goodies for you. I have no idea what she's got planned this time, but trust me, there'll be something for you. So show up. It's going to be pretty educational. I'm really excited about it. What am I drinking? Get asked this all the time. It is hot melt mix. Hot melt mix is how I break my fast. And you can see it's kind of settled a little bit to the bottom of the glass, but it's electrolytes, and electrolytes are critical for hydrating your cells and helping that fiber move through. You know what happens if your fiber's not moving through, right? I see eyeballs kind of going, oh yeah, we know about that. Yeah, we don't want that. This really helps, and it helps you feel better, especially if you're crossing over from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. There could be a little discomfort going on there, but we're gonna fix it. We are in day 2, by the way. Day 2, right now, today, of our detox. How is it going for you? I feel like $1,000,000. And I'm sorry, but that little breakfast, that is like the most delicious thing. When is it? When is it? Yes, you can have, I just saw Joanne, can you have this while you're detoxing? Absolutely, you can. You can have that. You know, our detox is super gentle, and it's just to just to be supportive of our detox systems. We have 5 of them. That's all we're doing, you know, and the supplement is there. We have a nice anti-inflammatory plan. We've added a few more carbs in there. It's fun, huh? But anyway, let's see how it works for you. See what you think about this. This is also kind of putting our toe into the, into the pond, into the pool, so to speak, and seeing how we feel about everything. We have to go with how we feel, you know. It's not just about following a plan to the letter. It's also saying, I'm following this, but I don't feel great. What can I do? I've got 1,000,000 things for you. I'm going to help you out, okay? So check it out. Go, get your hot melt mix. I know there's links there for you to get it. Get your hot melt mix. Sometimes we even put them on a supplement of the week, so you should watch for that, because that's a really great deal. What else do we have for you? I've got the quote deck. And I'm going to be talking about this today because really, honestly, setting up your environment to support yourself is the way that you set up to create the life you want. What? Boom, 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 right? This is good stuff. And I'm excited to share this with you, and I want to get you to the place of getting this connecting so much with what I'm talking about. And I've got 10 things for you. I love when I get 10. I don't know, maybe it's my OCD, but when I get 10 things, then I feel really good. I feel like I did it, kind of a thing. When I have 9, it's just like, oh my gosh, I gotta walk around the house and try to figure out a 10th one. I swear to you, that's how I work. Yeah, I've noticed that as I get a little older, I get a little bit more intense. But this is our quote deck, and this is one of the things that I strongly suggest that you use to help in your environment. Obviously, create your vision, your vibrant vision board, which I'm going to be sharing mine at the party. We have a pajama party coming up on the 22nd, and everybody is going to get that. I swear, everybody's going to get an invitation to it who was part of our workshop. If you did the Sprint Plus, I don't know, Jenny's got a whole list. I'm going to just tell you what, we're going to open it up to a little bit more. You got to do something to get something, though, And this is going to be fun because it's going to be on Friday the 22nd. We're going to have wine, ladies. Yay! Well, virtually, you have it. You can have, I'm going to have wine because I have no wine until we're done with our 10-day detox. And listen, we just started, so we got 10 days to go. Anyway, this quote deck is gold, because this quote deck helps you set up your environment and get the things that you need done in your life. When you start thinking about crap that you shouldn't be thinking about, you're going, oh, I know, here I go into this whole negative loop. Well, guess what? If you've got a quote sitting on your desk that says right here, let's see, here's one. If you don't like how things are, change it. You're not a tree, by Jim Rohn. I use that all the time. I think that's brilliant. This is, every single quote that's in here is something that made me go, oh, good point. It's a shaker-upper of sorts. So this is sitting on your desk, right? You're looking at you and you start to go into the bad place of all the crap that you start to think about. It's sitting on your desk because we also send you this little easel. And you look at it and you go, okay, yeah, I'm not a tree. There you go. See how this works? We have to condition ourselves with an excellent environment. This is one of the ways to do it. You can find them at savingdinner.com /quote. And I'll tell you right now, we have limited amounts, but if you want, you can have, you can get 2 and get free shipping. But we have limited amounts. We don't have tons of them sitting around. They've been flying out the door. This is a good way to set your environment up for success. I love mine so much. I know you'll love yours. So that's what we have. I want you at that webinar on Thursday because we need to talk pretty skin. Pretty skin's everything, But you know what pretty skin is? It's your health's calling card. It's what's going on the inside is what's projecting onto the outside. And let me tell you, after having debilitating, soul-crushing rosacea, not just pink little cheek kind of rosacea, but the kind with the big crusty mark no makeup could hide. That kind of rosacea, I have more appreciation for beautiful skin than anyone. Trust me. Yep. It's an inside and it's an outside job for sure. Anyway, let's get on with today's stuff. Who's with me? Pinkies up. Where are my girls? Where are my lovelies? Anyway, yeah, I want to talk about this being the creator of your life because, you drop something on Monday and on Tuesday I feel like it's time to unpack it a little bit. What do you think? This is where I'm going with this anyway because, as I'm creating my 2021 and I'm a little behind on everything because there's my girl Joanne, she's got them up. Angie, when I'm creating my 2021, I'm a little behind. I'm like the shoemaker's daughter, kind of a thing. I've done it for everyone, but not, kind of forgotten a few. Denise, I saw that. So I'm getting there. I promise you. I'm going to share with my stuff. Jennifer, I see you. Good job. Who else was that? Oh, Martha too. We're all about this. If you're wondering what pinkies up are, that's our sign of solidarity of saying, here we all are. It's like a pinky swear, but we put our pinkies up because we are excited about our lives and we're ready to create the vibrant life that we want to live, right? And I'll tell you one thing, just sidebar, vibrancy comes in spurts sometimes. It's not a continual thing. You're not living your life on this high all the time, but it is the plumb line, so to speak, of your life, vibrancy. And we create it. It's all about the creation aspect of it. We can't not create it. It has to be created. It doesn't just show up at your front door saying, hey, it's me, vibrancy, let me in, So I believe too that as we understand and we say this is what we want this vibrancy, then we need to have some underlying truths ahead of time. This is our foundation. This is what helps to create the 10 things that we're going to be talking about. But this is big stuff here, and I want you to definitely take notes and then just look at it and see, am I here? Am I doing this? Is this part of what I am? So one of my biggest underlying truths is, and you've heard me say this, probably a bazillion times, is understanding who you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Amen? You are. God created you on purpose for a purpose. It's not just, you're not random. You're not just, here she is. How'd that happen? No, there is absolute purpose. There's absolute reason that you are here. And our reason for everybody, of course, is that we are to help others. I believe that's why we want to help others so much. Part of the problem is that we get into this whole idea of over-volunteering and giving out too much and playing for an audience and approval instead of doing things out of the goodness of our hearts. Sorry, but it's true. I've done it. I know what that is. to the degree that we neglect ourselves and our own families sometimes. So I'm just circling the wagons and coming back and say that understand that this is indeed part of what our purpose is, but in order for you to do this in your own way, your own unique way, because that is who you are, you're gonna have to search for that. You know, that doesn't come with an easy answer. That comes with time, that comes with the search, that comes with generating in your head this idea that it's out there. It just needs to come on in. I know this is part of the whole brain thing that we talk about, the reticular activating system, that when you put it out there, you're going to start seeing it. It's like you decide you want to buy a red Prius, suddenly there's red Priuses on the road, right? Well, have they just now shown up? No. You've just activated that part of your brain that is looking for them. The same thing can happen for you as you look for how you are going to uniquely fulfill your promise, your purpose in this life. And there are seasons of that. We've talked about that as well. You know, as you might be raising little kids right now, or bigger kids, whatever, but you're parenting, and that's your call right now. That's your purpose. Or taking care of somebody elderly, that's your purpose. I'm not trying to take anybody off their task, but I'm trying to get you to see how beautiful that is and how purposeful and beautiful and magnificent it is as you fulfill this. And as you look for unique ways and creative ways to do this, I think you're going to be super blessed as you go, and it's going to change, and it's going to become one level up. Hand to God, promise. And one of the other thing too is that, and I want to say, is that if you think you don't have time, I'm going to tell you you do. If you are drawing breath, you have time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's how we spend it. If you have an issue with that and you're just saying, well, I just don't know, and I don't know where my time is going, go to savingdinner.com/time to get a time block sheet, which will help you to figure out how to block your time, or figure out where your time is going as well. And I'm not talking about it's 10:05 and I'm eating breakfast. It's 10:10, I'm taking my supplements. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about big blocks of time that we mysteriously lose because we get lost in social media, get lost on our phones, get lost in doing whatever. When we can figure out where our time is going, then we can redeem it properly. Number 3 is the yeah buts serve no one. We know that, right? We know that yeah but is an excuse. It's not a truth. And we understand this as an underlying principle for where we're going on this. So those 3 things you got to have kind of down pat. Otherwise, how are you going to create the change if you're stuck in this whole thing? I don't have time, yeah but, and you don't think that you have purpose. You got to have these things down. These are foundational principles, those 3 things. So now we're going to get to the 10 things of, I know, like this is such a big deal, right? of how to actually create, that life that you want. What's your framework? Number 1 is you start with a declarative, unmovable statement. I ams are really, really good for this. So understand that this unmovable statement that we're talking about is a decision that you've made about your life. One of the things that I'm starting to say, you know, I used last year, it was all about, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm starting to move to the place of making declarative statements. I am an athlete. Because athletes do things differently. Go read about anyone, you know, go read about anybody and what they're doing, right? These amazing athletes, they're crushing it. Why are they crushing their goals? Because they're athletes, and athletes do things differently. They think things differently. And it's not all about, you know, completing XYZ workouts, you know, or whatever it is. It's becoming athletic, because athletes have a different mindset, they have a different body, they have a different energy level. Athletes are different folks than the rest of us. Now, I'm not going to get to the place of, you know, professional athleticism, but being an athlete is the mindset that I want. Being an athlete is the energy that I want. Being an athlete is the strength that I want. So therefore, I have made my declarative statement, I am an athlete. You figure yours out too, because this is just part of, you know, my whole goal thing that I'm working on. Number 2 is, you know, don't wimp out. You know, don't wimp out. Don't just say, oh, well, maybe and it could be. Those I am statements are purposely so declarative, are purposely that strong. Be bold. Be bold. I am whatever it is that you are. And I know that, can I just get this hair out of my eye? What in the heck is, sorry, there it is. That is something that we all need. We all need to be in this place of being bold with what it is that we want in our lives. Don't shrink back. If you think, oh my gosh, this is too big, what is everybody going to think about me? Then you know you're going forward. Go ahead, be a little scared about it. But being bold is better than shrinking back. We've shrunk back our whole lives. It's time to step up into the life that we want to lead. And number 3 is don't crowdsource this. We've talked about this a little bit. Don't open it up and say, well, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? You know, and asking, you know, all the people in your life. I have an issue with that because, you know, the people that you love in your life, they're going to have opinions. Trust me, they're going to have opinions. And, you know, they're going to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. They are. They're going to tell you this. And I think I've shared this story with you that I had a pastor who told me what I was doing with saving dinner was crazy and I needed to do something safe. He suggested that I go to H&R Block and become an accountant. Well, apparently the man didn't understand anything about me. And I looked him straight in the eye, boldly. I hadn't even started really on this. I hadn't gotten a book deal. I hadn't done anything, but just started a little bit on this and things were starting to go well. And I looked him dead right in the eye and said, you know what? No, because that's not who I am. I'm not going to create myself for you. I'm not going to create myself so that it makes you feel better. That's not who I am. You have the right to say that at any time to any person. Don't wimp out, be bold. And don't wimp out to be bold and don't crowdsource it. Have you seen Hamilton? Anybody seen Hamilton? I will tell you, I have a girlfriend of mine, Jenny, who I adore. Not my Jenny. This is Jenny with a Y, not I-E. This is Jenny. And Jenny, it was my 60th birthday, and she said, well, what are you doing on the night of blah, blah, blah? And I said, you know, nothing as far as I know. It was 3 months out or whatever. For your birthday, I've got tickets to Hamilton. For your birthday, I would like to take you. She lived in New York City. And so this was 2 years ago. So I flew into New York from, you know, North Carolina. Was it North Carolina? Oh, I guess I was in Boulder at the time. So from Denver, flew into New York. And we had the best time. She took me out to dinner. I mean, it was a very extravagant birthday. But I remember this very distinctly of one of the best parts of the show. If you know the music, I'm not throwing away my shot was what this young Hamilton was talking about. He was 19 years old and everything. Not throwing away my shot. Don't throw away my shot. You have one shot at life. One shot. This is it. You don't get this Tuesday again. You don't get yesterday, and you don't get tomorrow. Live each day as this is your best shot. Live like that so that when you wake up in the morning, you're not having regrets about yesterday. When we start to see that time is precious, that I shared with you yesterday, a woman who redid my website lost her husband this past weekend in a motorcycle accident. She's 37 years old. Do you think she thought that was going to happen? Don't throw away your shot. This is it. This is your life we're talking about. Create it the way you want it, okay? Don't throw it away. Number 4, work your goals into your daily life. I've done that with, I've got my Take Back Your Life journal right here. You can see it. This is how to do it. You create goals for 12 weeks because they're tangible and they're not overwhelming. And then you build that in on the daily basis. When you build this in, it happens. It happens. It doesn't just become goals that you do, throw away the notebook, and then you look at them next year and it just makes you feel bad. No, this helps you to create them and to make them go. I promise you, it is almost painless to build this into your life, and it just makes so much sense. So look at that, okay? 12 weeks at a time, what you think about expands. It's gonna be a game changer for you. Number 5, What did I just talk about? Your environment supports the life you want to live, or it doesn't. A couple things I'm going to talk about. Well, yeah, sure. Let's have some good stuff. Let's set up the quotes of the week. Let's have these things in here. Let's do journals. Let's meditate. Let's do this. But also, let's have some visual peace. Visual peace. If you're living in chaos, you feel chaotic inside. Your home should reflect how you feel about yourself. Seriously. Every day, make your bed. Every day, replace the toilet paper roll. I remember I was at a friend's house and they took the toilet paper, the new toilet paper, and just stuck it on the thing. They didn't bother to take the old toilet paper roll off, throw it away, and put the new toilet paper on. Why? That to me is just, it's a sign that, too much going on. I don't know, but let's clean up after ourselves. Let's do these little things. They are declarative statements of where you want to go in this life. You clean up after yourself. You're creating your environment you want. You have peace. Visual peace is a part of that. Creating that environment is your opportunity to do so. Number 6, your mind is your GPS. So reprogram it to suit you. Recalculating. You ever had that happen with your GPS? Recalculating and you're just going in circles. You've got bad directions in there. I don't want you on that. To me, that recalculating thing, that's the crazy lady calling you from the carousel of crazy, going around and around, up and down, going nowhere, fast. Same old, same old, same old. No. We need to create a vision for our lives, the goal of where we want to end up, and we need to set a starting place. And as we do that and we keep rejecting the thoughts that are holding us back and replacing them with things that do, we keep moving. Have you noticed how that works? We keep moving. And further, as we replace these thoughts, we start to enjoy the journey. We're no longer in this panic. I just want to lose 5 pounds. I just want to get to my goal weight. That's all I can think about. When you're doing all of that, you're rejecting your journey. You're rejecting the change that is wonderful that's going to happen inside of you. You're having a new life. Whoop! And it's your journey. Your journey is really the key. It's not so much, the goal is fabulous, but the journey and embracing that and just really digging into that and allowing it to change you, that's the juicy stuff right there. Okay, number 7. What others think about you is none of your business. Really? You want to get into that? You want to have that be a thing? How about no? How about say, I'm done with that? How about I don't really give a hang anymore because it's not going to help me? Have you noticed that you get stuck in these thought loops of just, this is insane and what did I do and how can it be? At some point you got to drop it because you've got other things to take up headroom for, right? You've got other people to think about. You've got other things to do. You've got a life to lead. And these people are paying free rent to be in your head. Really? Drop it like it's hot. It's not serving you. Not serving you at all. Carry on. Get away from what people are thinking about or what you think they're thinking about you. It's just over. We're not in 8th grade anymore. It's time to up the ante on what it is that we want in this life. Number 8, fear is a function of your brain, right? It's a function of your brain and it gets triggered from whatever reason. We all have our different points of like beep, 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 the little buttons get pushed. We all have it, but your brain can be controlled when you make that decision to control it. Your amygdala is the fear center of your brain. It is one of the most primitive parts. And when we live in that primitive place, we're on the ground. We're in the low level vibration. We've talked about that. We want to go up, then use the highly developed part. That's your prefrontal cortex that does abstract thinking. And you can just say, oh, my amygdala hates it. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do instead. Calm down, amygdala. When we learn how to manipulate our brain to get what it is that we want, we start using this guy, this prefrontal cortex. We stop living in the back of our heads, the amygdala, and also, 95% of us, says Bruce Lipton, who wrote The Biology of Belief, live in the unconscious. In other words, we just get in the car, we drive, and we don't even know how we got there. That's how we're living our entire lives, not on purpose, just by chance, just whatever is next, take it as it comes. I want you to be the change maker. I want you to create the waves in your life, not just getting knocked over. It doesn't work. And remember, number 9 is that you have a voice. Yeah, you do. Use it. You have a voice in your life. No one has the right to tell you what to do and how to do it. They just don't. I don't care if you've been married for 45 years and your husband's always mowed you over. It's time to stand up. And I'm sorry if that's gonna, rock the boat a little bit in your life, but this is your one shot. Are you gonna just throw your one shot away because you don't want to upset your husband? You don't want to upset anybody because you're going to use your voice in your life? You're going to say, it's enough. I don't care for this. Let's discuss this. Are you ready? You ready for that? I don't care if this is going to upset anybody. I'm going to say it over and over again. You have the right to have a voice in your life. It's your life, your one life. Because I promise you, when you go to your deathbed, you're not going to have all those people there on your deathbed with you. You have to do that alone. And you have to have a voice alone in your life. That doesn't mean you have to be a jerk about it. It just means you need to speak up. Something wrong? Let them know. And use the terminology that serves you and them, which is, I feel this way, or this is a concern of mine, without going, you always. Come on, let's grow up. Let's take responsibility for how we feel and just simply present it. I want a discussion about this. This is big girl stuff. Are you pulling up your panties? I know you are. But it makes all the difference in the world. When we have a voice in our life, we get the life that we want. We don't get the default. We're not living on somebody else's terms. We're living on our own. And that's okay. Pinkies up. Number 9. Oh, that was number 9. Number 10 is remember the secret formula. What is the secret formula? Anyone? Bueller? It is motivation plus momentum equals success. Your motivation is all within. And your motivation comes from the action that you do. And as you do your action, as you do the thing that you need to do, as you speak up, as you reprogram your GPS, as you set up your environment to support yourself, you are doing the things, the action things that are going to create the momentum in your life. And these are little changes that you can do. You make your bed every day. Have somebody say, what the heck is happening here? What the heck is happening? Magic. Yes, that's exactly it. Motivation and momentum equals magic. It is the magic. It's the secret sauce. It works 100% of the time. It's never not worked. It creates the success that you're looking for. To not do this is just turn your back on yourself. And one of the things we don't do in this group is quit on ourselves. Absolutely never, ever, ever, ever do we quit on ourselves. As a matter of fact, when we fall down, we stand back up and say, bring it on again, bring it on again. We do not quit. We are those tenacious women. That's how we roll. And I want you to remember something. That for me, my word of the year is consistency. Consistency. This is a daily snapshot of how I can live my life when I do these things. When I do these things. What happens when I do these things? I get on that growth. I added the secret sauce to my life. I'm now creating the life that I want to lead. Will it happen overnight? Absolutely not. Do you lose weight overnight? No. Do you become an athlete overnight? No. Do you become a good cook overnight? An expert crocheter, knitter? No. How do you learn how to parent? By grace and on your knees. How do you learn how to love an elderly parent that's becoming a total PITA? You know what a PITA is, right? I'm going to start using my cuss words again. Pain in the ass. That's what a PITA is. It happens. This is what happens in our lives. But anyway, just because it happens doesn't mean that we succumb to that and just go whine in the corner because this is happening. No, we stand up, we have a voice in our lives, we set up our environments, and we keep moving forward because that's the kind of women that we are, right? Are we going to get vibrancy? You bet your patootie you will. You're going to get vibrancy in spades. And not only that, but you're going to enjoy every single day because you're in charge. You've made that decision. It's your life and you're the creator. How about that? I like that a lot. Thank you for joining me. It's been a fun ride. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little long show, but you know, it's important. If you're going to transform, we need some steps. Don't forget about Thursday. I will see you at savingdinner.com/skin for the webinar, 7 p.m. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. The pitas, yeah, you guys, I know, half-assery, badassery, and now pita. What can I say? Potty mouth. I'm holding on to it. Peace be with you. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.